within their first, once they were able to be monetized, within their first few months, I mean, first 3 months, their paycheck was $10,000 to $20,000 and $30,000. All right. Well, I guess simply, I'm Devin Youngblood. I am full time in podcast, YouTube, and I guess that's really what it comes down to. That's what I do for a living.
So what topics do you cover then?
So my podcast is basically it's called the Youngblood Life. I do it with my wife, and the podcast pretty much covers pretty much anything and everything. I mean, we've got 5 kids. We've got we just normal. We run our own business as far as my wife's a professional photographer. I do video and video editing and things like that. And so pretty much that's our life. We basically talk about our life, talk about raising kids, talk about, the crazy crap that goes on in life. I mean, literally.
It's my kind of show.
Literally anything and everything.
So real reality television.
Yeah, without the actual, scripted stuff like people normally do.
Gotcha. So how long have you been doing that then?
So I've been dealing with I've been dealing with YouTube for over 10 years. I've been doing podcasting. I guess I started a podcast years and years and years ago, probably about 5 years ago, and didn't really do how I wanted it to do until Anchor came around. I'm like, okay, this is actually something I can get into. So, been doing podcasting probably for, I guess, about a year and a half, almost 2 years. So, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's fun. I mean, when you can do what you love and get paid to do it, why not do it? So
yeah, makes it easy, right?
Oh yeah. I guess that's the dream for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. At least I would hope so. If it's not, then I'd like to hear what's better than that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So have you been actively producing on YouTube then for 10 years, or have you just been on the space working on other people's things?
Well, working on other people's things. We had an older channel that when first, I'd say we had one channel that was doing really well, and it was we got sucked into the "you're dead to me" mentality from YouTube. And so we got an email. We got an email once. An email said you're something like to the extent of you're cheating the system and you're dead. So they killed us. And which happened.
One of those.
Oh yeah, dude. And I'm here going, what did I do? I've never clicked on any of my ads. I've never done anything that's goes against YouTube's their terms of service. And of course, once you're dead to them, you can get no answers, 0.
Yeah. No.
And so. That channel, I just killed it all off. I mean, they just basically said, monetized, nothing, can't make money off of it, and which we were making really good money off of it. So we started a new channel up. I mean, I've been in the background, I'd say easily on probably at least 30 or 40 different channels, helping them, building them up, getting their their marketing and their stuff going and that type of thing. But then, yeah, I'd say for the past 5 years, 6 years, we started pushing ours more and more. So. Yeah.
Is YouTube harder or easier than it used to be?
Now
both versions of the story.
I'll tell you right now. Now it depends on what you're doing. So if you're a vlogger, you're basically dime a dozen. I mean, seriously. If you're doing something that has not been seen before, not been done before, then you can catch up really quick. If you're looking at making money off of it, if a person wants to make money off of YouTube, they need to be, lack of a better word, if you're going to be a vlogger, you need to be a reality TV vlogger. Like you literally have everything scripted out day by day that you're going to record. Gotcha. If you're a car guy, which I love car YouTube channels. I mean, they're simply cool. I mean, I know this much about cars, but I know enough to get to do little things on my car.
Yeah.
But those guys tend to get a lot of views and a lot of hits, especially if they're showing you how to do something really amazing. So, now what the big competition out there, actually, if you can get to a certain, so I'd say Facebook is actually coming to play now. They're actually they're willing to pay people to give them content. So they're basically YouTube 10 years ago, but they they require a higher higher stats, I guess you'd say. So before they even start giving you a dime, you have to have minimum 10,000 followers on your Facebook page.
Okay.
So I mean, we're climbing. We're not there yet for Facebook, but I helped a couple other channels get where they need to be, and then like one channel, they within their first, once they were able to be monetized within their first few months. I mean, first 3 months, their paycheck was $10,000 to $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it's yeah, right. There you go.
Jeez.
Yeah, that is real. That is, you know,
escalated quickly.
Well, their first, it took them 3 months. By the time they finally got to where they could be monetized, took them three months before they started seeing good paychecks. Their first paycheck was like right around $2,500, which is still good money. But after 3 months after they're monetized, that check there was a little over 10 grand. Then the check on that fourth month after being monetized, it hit about 20 grand, and then it literally jumped from 20 to 40 grand. So, wow. Yeah.
Now,
the world of social media.
Do you think there's a play that Facebook's trying to make to integrate all that into IGTV? And like IGTV is just kind of like in its infancy, waiting to see what it can happen. People play there before it gets big.
Well, it doesn't hurt to play in all realms. I mean, so like for us, we've got stuff on YouTube, we got stuff on IGTV, we got stuff on Facebook. It doesn't hurt to get there because they're going to eventually pay. But even if they're not paying, you can put links that will lead you to other places. So links to places
in IGTV.
Yes, anywhere.
Okay.
So however you edit your video, you know at the end of the video, you can say, hey, go if you like us. Click the bio and send them to somewhere else. I mean, we with our like our YouTube, we're just barely hit 3,000 YouTube subscribers, and that's not hardly any at all. But we're monetized; they're paying us money. We get enough views, but our money comes from working with brands and working with sponsors. Okay. So most people think, well, you gotta get that YouTube check. Well, that YouTube check, I mean, I get it every couple of months, and it's $100. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I heard the YouTube check isn't quite what it used to be unless you're already there and you didn't get the death note.
Well, on the other side of it all, a lot of people, when it comes to their YouTube check, and this is what they haven't done, most people don't know how to do it, but you need to go into your AdSense account, and once you're in your AdSense account, you actually block advertisers. And you say, I don't want this, I don't want this, and you go down the list of all the advertisers that you don't want, and that forces YouTube to give you higher paying advertisers.
Gotcha.
So you're actually creating, the demand for your channel. So instead of getting like locallawyers.com, you're getting like Coca-Cola and people like that pay a higher percentage.
Well, I don't think anybody's ever said that on a YouTube video before.
And they won't.
Not one that I've heard, at least.
That's all done in your AdSense, and the AdSense is very fickle. But you just have to go in and say, okay, I allow this, I allow this, I allow this, I don't allow this, and you're literally funneling out the ones advertising you don't want. So you literally create that demand for your channel for the higher paying advertisers. So when and it'll still go up high. You can have low views. I mean, not low views, but you can have low subscribers, but you'll get higher paid per view, a higher percentage. So.
Gotcha. How do you feel about this new YouTube Stories feature and being able to interact with video responses and stuff?
I think they're just grasping at straws right now. They're trying to
desperate to find something new.
Well, okay. What else is there out there? Okay, right? I mean, so where are people at? So I think YouTube realizes that Facebook is actually coming to play when it comes to getting being a video content provider. Mm-hmm. And because of that, they'll say, what do they have that we don't have? Mm. And that's kind of the same thing with Instagram. Instagram owned by Facebook, but Facebook wants to make it close to Instagram. They blend in the two together, and so Facebook's just very stingy. But once you hit their benchmarks, they're willing to pay. That's the hard part. So it's not terrible.
Yeah, there's so many so many different platforms. It's hard to focus on one
Well,
and grow anything anymore. I feel like because there's so much noise and everybody has this quick hack, but they only give you like 25% of the story, and then
yeah.
they forget to actually tell you the important things.
Well, here's the thing that most YouTubers don't tell you. They really don't know how they got big. I'm serious. No.
That's the conclusion I was coming up with.
No, I'm dead serious on that. Most of these guys, they know that if they do this site, you can look at your analytics, you can say, and you can see that this video hit big because of this. Okay, so how do we and they go in and they try to replicate it. And that's tends to be how they get their big hits and how they grow big quick. But the majority of the time, it's literally luck of the draw. I mean, it's what do people watch, what do people like to watch, and did you get the right person to shout you out? I mean, that's the old days of YouTube is you work with and collaborate with a bunch of YouTubers, and everybody helps everybody grow. And so I don't know if you're familiar with the Shay Tards or anything like that, but that's how Shay Carl got his big push, because he worked with a bunch of people and they all shouted each other out, and then he had Philip DeFranco grab him and say, "Hey, check out this guy," and that helped them grow pretty big. So,
and it's funny because I see the same thing happening within like celebrity circles. So like Tim Ferriss, Gary Vee, Aubrey Marcus. Like every time any of them releases a book, that person goes on everybody's show, and then when the next person releases a book, they're on everybody's show, and it's this is ABC late night all over again. Like you're on Ellen in the morning. And then you do the late night runs through the night, and then before you know it, you are on every single platform that your agent was associated with.
Well, and you say that, but the reality is I've made it a goal this year because our podcast is doing well. We're making good money off the podcast with the brand sponsors that we pull in, and then the brand deals that Anchor pulls in. Between the two, we do pretty well. But my goal this year is to be on at least 200 different podcasts.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you for having me on, for one. But I mean, it's true. I mean, because I'm gonna, once this podcast is live, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna pimp it out to all my social media, and you're gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna make sure your links are within my links of pushing, and which you will get some residual listen from all the people that follow me. It's like that spider web. Get one person and just start spinning off. So
like I was explaining earlier when I had a little bit of downtime because one of the guests canceled about how Gary Vee released his media deck and how he thinks about building content, and how I can potentially take this 24-hour segment in between Instagram and YouTube. I'm going to create 1,400 pieces of content.
Amen.
And that's not even including the blogs, the podcasts, and everything else that can come from it. So like this 24-hour event, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but the end result is I have content for the entire year.
You do. I mean, the entire year you can push it however you want. You can grow it however you want, and if you do it right, the views itself will be amazing. Seriously, it's literally sky's the limit.
Yeah. So one thing too. So from my understanding, YouTube ranks you based on lists or view time.
View time
total.
View time.
So like I'm doing a 24-hour show, and if I look at my analytics, according to my analytics, I have been watched for a total of 26 hours today.
Nice.
Just off of this interview.
Nice.
So
is this a continuous, like your continuous live stream? It has not.
Yeah, no, it's been live for 10 hours now.
Okay.
Yeah, so the goal is, I think I was told that at 12 hours it cuts you off. So I'm going to shut down and restart at 12. I don't know how true that is. I've never used YouTube Stream before.
I don't think it does, because I know we did a 7-day live stream.
What'd you live stream? Please tell me you weren't the elephant on the stool guy.
Well, while we were sleeping, people got to see my living room do nothing.
Okay.
I mean, it was on. The camera was rolling. That's all it was.
Okay.
Well, and that was when it was fairly new, when the live stream was new, and so we didn't have any outages. There was no cutting off. I mean, unless they've changed something that I don't know about, which is possible. Yeah. I mean, it's YouTube. They change literally everything however they want, whenever they want. But yeah.
All right, I'll have to keep that in mind then. So, for people besides sheer luck, and I'm guessing volume of content of at least some sort of either category or topic helps, what are some really low hanging fruit things that need to happen? And what are things that people focus way too much time on that will not help them grow a channel?
All right.
Because like
Well,
one thing I've heard is, well, I need an expensive camera, and I'm like,
no,
yeah, but an
no.
iPhone has almost the same camera as
So
DSLRs anymore.
out of all the different YouTubers I've helped, and I've helped people from like Board Shorts TV. Don't know if you know who those guys are, but they did
Not
like kid
really.
history, they're like kid history, kid snippets. Even Devin Graham, Devin Supertramp, I've done work with him. The reality is, what's the best camera out there? Is the one that's in your pocket, because you're not always carrying around a DSLR. You're not always carrying. Really, you're
Yeah.
not, unless that's what you do all the time. And so it comes down to editing. What how people like to watch things. Comes down to tagging. If you're gonna try to make a video take off, whatever you need to obviously you need to research whatever you're gonna name the video. Research it well enough and try to see what's trending, and make sure as long as it's relevant. That's the key thing. It's got to be relevant. Um,
Yeah.
if it's and
No
if it's long,
clickbait and switch.
oh my gosh, it drives me nuts. I have friends of mine that do that all the time, and they're successful, but I don't want to be that guy.
No. Eventually it will
Look at
bite you. You're going to get the next Death Note.
no, seriously. And so if you tag something, basically whatever your name of your video is, you make sure that becomes a tag in itself, and then you also put that name also in the description of the video.
Okay.
Because if it's in the description of the video, that's actually all your SEO work right there. That basically,
Yeah.
and then you want to, in reality, as much as people hate doing it, as much as I really hate doing it, you pretty much make an entire blog post in the description with what the video's about.
Okay.
And
Does that help that much?
it does. It really does. Because
No,
what
are you
happens is
copy and pasting the transcription in, or are you typing freehand?
the freehand, and then like the transcription, you just want to make sure it's transcribed correctly. And you can do the YouTube cheat, but everybody knows that that's not very accurate.
Yeah, normally. So I've only done 2 videos.
Okay.
And for both of them, I let the YouTube cheat do it, and then I just went in and fixed a couple lines where it screwed up, just to save time.
Yeah, go in which is fine, because you can go in and edit the words they're wrong, and I didn't say pickle. Come on, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, no, it's true. I've gotten some random stuff. It's amazing. Sometimes I just want to leave it because it looks so horribly amazing. It was better than what I even said.
And then it can be a viral. He said pickle. It's supposed to be mom. He called his mom a pickle.
So
that's how you got popular. You called your mom a pickle.
That's there you go. That's it. Now there is one little venue that most people don't talk about, and they really don't know about, and they pay out very well, and that's actually Amazon.
For video?
Yeah.
How do you get associated with that?
So, videodirect.amazon.com. And how it works is they require a lot of information as far as it has to be subtitled. You have to have the closed caption, the SRT file.
Okay.
So you take the video, you go there, you can create it as a series, you can create it as a standalone video, and then you upload it. You make sure your SRT files there. You actually create your login and all that stuff. But your login is usually associated with your Amazon account that you currently already have, unless you want to make something else. But their payout is beautiful. Seriously, it really is. And then on top of that, what's coming now? I know Amazon's teased it a couple of times. They've talked about how they're going to create this YouTube killer. Nothing's going to kill YouTube, but whatever. Let them dream. I mean, but they may be a good competition, but it won't ever kill YouTube. But what is coming?
People won't let it happen. They'll just make Amazon not relevant in search results.
No, seriously, that's it. Well, the difference is though, like all your videos that you put on Amazon, they go straight to Amazon Prime. So if you're watching videos on Amazon Prime, you can watch anything that people have uploaded, so it doesn't really matter.
Interesting.
Now what's coming is like, I don't know have you ever watched any movies on Amazon before? But
one or two.
if you're watching from like on your smart TV or whatever, you'll have in the top left-hand corner, we'll say X-ray. If you click X-ray, you can actually see everybody that's in that scene, and so know what actors they are and everything. But what they're doing for content creators, it's not happening yet, but it's coming. That you'll be able to hit X-ray, and it'll show everything that's for sale in the current scene. And then
yeah, so I work for Amazon, and I've heard rumors about the AR integration to video.
Buddy of mine works in with the video stuff, and he's like, dude, if you only knew what's coming. I said, well, they just need to hurry their butt up. Because then you're just going to put
products all over your house.
Well, if
everyone's home's a shopping mall.
This T-shirt can be bought on Amazon. I mean,
hey, Amazon merch.
That's it. I mean, with your, I've got the Amazon creator account, and I've got my own merch, but people buy it sometimes they don't. I sold a sweatshirt the other day, made $15. Woo! I mean, why not?
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, I have so many questions, but not enough time.
Well, I'll make sure I'll send you a message with my number. Seriously, I will give any information away. It's stuff that I've learned, and people need to know it, so I don't care.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm dead serious. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's way I look at it. It's all that whole karma thing. If I help people, then you know what, they're going to help me. That's the reality. And if we're all trying to get to one place, we're all trying to be successful in our own way. We're all trying to be happy and do what we love and make a living doing what we love. So if I could be a part of someone them getting their success, then why not? So
I definitely appreciate that, and I know people who see this today, tomorrow, and years down the road are going to appreciate the authenticity and the sharing.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? I mean, I guess I could be a total jackass and not do a dang thing, but
probably won't get you anywhere either.
No.
So, since we have to wrap up so that I can stay on schedule, I still have another 20-so interviews to do tonight.
Holy crap. Well,
I'm officially live for 12 hours.
Oh, man.
So,
well, I'm going to go downstairs and make sure I click on and watch some of these things. So I had it on earlier, but I got pulled away from my kid, so yeah.
It's all right. This is my first time streaming, so you can see all my fun glitches where I think for the first half of the podcast something happened where OBS zoomed your picture, so it was your nose talking to my face.
That is awesome.
So I fixed it about 10 minutes in. But where can people connect with you online?
They look up anything that says the Youngblood Life, and there's always an email associated with it, so they can find us. And they can find me. They can find, they want to ask me questions. The Youngblood Life. That's pretty much it. So.
All right, cool, perfect. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing everything you have.
Oh, thanks for having me.